October 17th, 1959. Jane and I had been called upon to investigate some strange happenings at Carl Manor. A ghoul was terrorizing the Baron's staff, most likely some kind of trickery, or even the doings of a salty ex-wife. What was strange was that we were not dealing with a simple ghoul, but a gorilla.
Strange. There have been no reports of any gorillas escaping from the local zoo.
It was probably the strangest call we've received in the dead of night. On the path leading to the manor, we were greeted by the gardener, a fine dandy with a good set of shears.
What a funny time to pay us a visit. The ghoul has been an absolute thorn in our side.
I could tell right away he knew more than he was letting on. We had our first suspect before even reaching the doorstep. Behind the heavy door emerged a tower of a man, with breath like an icebox.
We were expecting you.
Our second suspect.
Come in.
Maybe a butler who turned against his master, for whom he's tended the door for the best years of his life. But why terrorize his colleagues with a wild beast?
Please, come in.
All the signs were clear. This would be the toughest case of our career. A manor too big, with far too many secrets. For a man with skeletons in the closet, Baron Carl was not being too modest.
The Baron is waiting.
He did not care to show us upstairs. From the second floor landing, we could make out the sounds of distress in the darkness. Were we too late?
I think we're too late.
Regardless, we needed to get to the bottom of this. As we pressed on down the hallway, I could make out the sounds of bestial grunts, matched with strangled cry. Surely a massacre was underway behind the door.
Is anyone dead?
Quite the contrary. The beast appeared before us. It was real. We narrowly avoided being gorilla meat, escaping him by a hair and landing down in the kitchen.
Look!
A wailing woman, weapon in hand. A cook whose face was dissolved into unstoppable tears.
Why are they always running out on me?
Solitude, sadness, and a dash of bitterness. Was this monstrous affair a recipe to spice up her life? Maybe it was her who brought the gorilla into the manor.
Why, I hope that ghoul sweeps me away like King Kong.
Speaking of gorilla, wasn't this one behind us? There was a violent scuffle of domestic versus beast. Then suddenly, all was quiet again. There she was, sprawled on the ground, covered in her own blood.
Tragic, really.
At the back of the kitchen, a perfectly feminine silhouette made its appearance.
Is she finally out of her misery? Good.
Was it her that I saw fornicating in the upstairs bedroom? Was the gorilla an excuse to empty the place, leaving her to skip town with the Baron and his fortune?
Well, detectives, there's no target on my back.
Oh, I disagree.
This isn't my mess.
Our meeting with the Baron was becoming most pressing. Thankfully, the maid pointed us to the nearby study. Baron Carl. We were merely answering his call, but at this point, we had more questions than we had answers.
Carl, I do not place calls. I have staff for such things.
Fair point. We've been duped.
It was at that moment that the gardener appeared to sow the seeds of truth. We're together.
Oh yes, and I'm selling the manor.
So, the gorilla was merely a costume. The cook.
Wasn't she dead?
We had witnessed her brutal attack, and all this blood on her face. A fine tomato sauce. But yes, now she is dead. It became clear she was not the only one wearing the disguise.
This was all a ploy to scare away potential buyers.
It was a mutiny.
Years of careful scheming, and all for nothing? Huh.
Well then, looks like I won't have to fire my staff.
Another case closed by detectives Harry and Jane. Or so we thought.